Hey, this is Willie. Got a new tractor to show off. Well, a new build. And I gotta go get some vegetables out of the garden. You might notice there's a bunch of tires here. Those are the ones I used to have on this tractor, and then those are ones I gotta take and replace the tubes on. That was just some extra stuff, but anyway, it is pulling season. It's been pulling season, and I put this thing together. Put the wheelie bar on and the clevis on it, and I have a weight that goes underneath it to add the extra 50 pounds, and then don't need to worry about the front weight on this thing because I got it covered. There's 220 plus pounds of motor in the front of this thing. Yeah, it is Wisconsin inline twin cylinder, factory rated at 18.2 horsepower at 3600 RPMs and a whole lot of torque. It is running 6-volt positive ground, and I did actually change the bulbs on it to run 6 volts so the headlights work on it. It's got a generator on this side that also runs a distributor. Hard to see. And I can check my oil. I can check my oil right here. There's a cap. So I can pop the cap out. There's a dipstick on it. I can check the oil on it. This I just slip on. And this is just to help clear the spark plugs. I lifted the hood, so the hood used to be bolted with 2 bolts down here. Now it's been moved up a few inches and put up here. And it's hard to see, but the spark plug boots are just barely touching the roof of the hood. I got a new seat on it, and I also got the scoop bucket on it because I got to do some road repair. And it's also got a foot throttle on it, cast iron front axle, tri-bar tires, bearings. And another thing I did is I added a baffle in here to help funnel the air cooling up and as well as forward out of the engine bay. So, this is a cold start. It's about 90 degrees, give or take. Usually fires up pretty quick. I got the choke over here, amp meter, light switch, key switch, and I'll show you the throttle in just a second. So I just need the brake switch on and it should crank up. Check this out. Heading over that direction. It'll be fine. Okay, here's the garden. I know it's not pretty, but it's better than nothing. So we got tomatoes, spaghetti squash, more spaghetti squash, zucchini, peppers, more zucchini, and onions. Yeah, whatever. Good enough for me. I'm just gonna grab everything and put it on the tractor. So hang on. Oh, we've got some goodies. We got one pepper, a bunch of zucchini, a bunch of cucumber, and one acorn squash. A lot of tomatoes, peppers are still green yet. We have quite a few spaghetti squash ready to come up, like one right there. I don't know how good you're gonna see it. One there, and there's another one there, and like 2 or 3 over there. Probably within the next week they'll be ready to pick, and there's probably 10 or so cucumbers that are too small to pick as of yet. Zucchini, they pop out when they want to pop out. You never know what the so I'm gonna take these back to the house, and I'm gonna go grab the sprayer, and we're gonna water the garden because some of these spaghetti squash leaves are shriveling up. So we're gonna get some water in here and take care of that. Here's some of the squash that I picked a few days ago. I have to look into where we're gonna be stockpiling them now. Okay, here's a sprayer I put together. Originally, it was this red frame with a hitch on the front that would go behind like a lawn tractor or something like that, and then the axle was right here. Well, it had like little hand truck tires on it, and they didn't work very well, and I didn't want to have to worry about storing this thing with tires or wheels or anything like that, so I put it on another Simplicity quick hitch I had. So it just pins in 2 pins in the front and 2 more pins in the back right here. And this broadcast bar is just hose clamped on, so that comes off easy. It's a 25 gallon, and it's a pretty good sized pump. Let me see what the gallons per minute is. Right here you can see it. 1.47 at 30 or 40 psi, and 50 psi 1.36. Shut off is 60 psi. And then the hose I just bought is 50 feet. Also got the wand for it, and it's just these little loops to hold the hose in place. And then there's 2 valves right here. One turns the broadcaster on and off, and then the other one turns the water onto the valve. Not complicated. And then to power the pump, I just have it plugged into the back of the tractor, right into the light circuit. So when the headlights are on, I get power back here. So I'll have to fill it up with water. And then right here is the drain. So let's get it filled up and see how it goes. Okay, now this one's a little bit cantankerous to start because it messes with you. If you push the choke in too soon, it'll just shut off on you. A little bit of throttle. Turn the water on. So we'll let that thing go for a little bit. See the back of it better now. All the holes are on top to help keep the water level high in the pipe. That's just what the sprayer came with, so I'm working with it. Normally it's like 3 nozzles hanging off the back, but I didn't have that, and this is fine. So I'll show a video of it working later on. So we're gonna go take care of the garden first. She wants to chase the sprayer. This'll work. Let me go get back to work. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave her all wet. There's a couple things I can do with this thing. I can push it forward to lock it on, or I can push it down and lock it where it continues to spray. I can adjust this tip here for narrow or wide stream, and I can also take the tip off for low pressure, high flow for watering these flowers. Here's the onions here. So yeah, it's got a decent flow to it for what it is. I'm not going to bore you with this all day long, but I'll show you the reach of the sprayer. Give me a second to put the tip back on. See if I can open it up a bit more. Pretty good spray. I mean, that can reach out a good 15 feet. I'm gonna get this all watered down, and then we'll go take a look at the apple trees. See how they're doing this year. Well, here's the two Honeycrisp apple trees. I don't know what it is about this one tree. I had the traps out and there were still beetles on this tree, so what I found out as for a way to keep them off is I come down here and shake the beetles out, and then I cut the grass underneath it, and then they don't come back. You can see some of the damage from those Japanese beetles. But at least it's not turning yellow, and they are definitely loaded with apples. That one specifically, you can pick them out. This one, they're not. The other one isn't quite as red, but let me see if I can't find a nicer sized apple on here to give you an idea on how big they're getting. These aren't quite as big as the other one. I guess this is a pretty good representation. Getting close to tennis ball size. This one, their hair a bit bigger, probably because it's downhill. There's a little more water getting to it, maybe. This one's quite a bit bigger right here. That's about tennis ball size. Better angle over here. These are getting pretty nice. No yellowing, so I haven't had to put any fertilizer on it yet. I just did 20 plus gallons of water today and yesterday because we haven't had rain in a few days. Here's the traps. Try and keep the beetles off. So they're looking pretty good. This year, I don't know what it is, if we just budded earlier than some other people or what. Most people in the area had frost knock all their buds out, but the buds on these trees this year were like some of the biggest and most numerous we've ever seen, and thankfully the frost didn't knock them out. So we have a lot of apples coming this year. So I'm going to start, I guess you could say, deadheading it. Find any apples that are misgrown or too small, start picking them off, so hopefully the nutrients go towards the more mature apples. And then I'll give you a quick look at what the sprayer looks like and how I did it yesterday. I had the work light running so I could see it was flowing pretty good yesterday. I'll put a clip of that going at night, and I'll take this up on level ground to show you how much it does or doesn't spray. It's about 1.5 gallons a minute, give or take. So yeah, we're doing pretty good in the green thumb world around here. So let me continue on. Here's a good view of the sprayer when it's sitting level. Nothing rip-roaring, but it works. Better than nothing. Anyway, if you did like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.